welcome back to another episode of This Square Room. My name is Joe.
Des.
What is with the face?
The thing is, I was supposed to stop before you looked at me, so you didn't know I was making a face, but it got stuck like that.
You know what? It's funny because I would say 8 out of 10 times I know you're like, because like in my peripherals, like I can't quite see, but like I know something's happening.
Going on over there.
There's sometimes I really don't catch it, but like until like I'm watching the episode back and I'm
you're
like,
ugh.
Yeah, but like most of the time I just ignore it because I'm like, you're always doing something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are bringing back an old favorite.
Wait, before we bring it back.
What?
I don't like your dog.
I feel so attacked. Why?
So, earlier when you weren't in the room, and I'm sitting here, okay, I'm doing whatever, figuring out what I'm doing, and I realized your dog disrespects me.
What do you mean?
When you're sitting in here, what does your dog do when I'm not sitting here?
Wait.
Jump up on the chair and take my spot. Your dog did not even look at your chair to sit on. So it's not the chair that he wants. It's my chair my chair that he wants. The disrespect is real. And I don't like that. I don't like that.
I'm just giving him his moment before I absolutely annihilate him. Go ahead.
Like that.
Finish up.
So, wow, don't tell me I'm in his chair because that's crazy.
No, that's not what I was going to say at all.
Great. Yeah, that's why I don't like your dog. At least if he had
when
tried.
you sleep through our sessions, don't show up, green out, this, that, and the next. Someone has to co-host with me, and I'm sorry that my dog has my back and he tries to jump up in the chair and sit like a good boy and do what he has to do. Honestly, like if I had to do an episode alone, he would sit there the whole time and just chill with me.
I know.
He's a better co-host than you.
I don't like the fact that he didn't sit in your chair.
He wants you to know that you are replaceable. He said, don't get comfortable.
Honestly, yeah.
He said, don't get comfortable.
No, that's how I felt.
That's how he wants you to feel.
No, okay. Then we're okay. I still don't like him, but we're okay. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a dog. He likes chairs. Like he likes to like lay on a bed,
That's
lay on a
what
chair.
I thought until he didn't get in your chair.
If I was sitting in your chair, he would come up here.
We're going to try next time.
No, because
I want to see it.
Sure. But that's the thing. He wants to sit beside me.
If that's the case, I'll be okay with it. I thought it was just like, no, that's her chair. I'm not going in there. Like, excuse you.
No, he's been in this chair for sure.
Okay, good. Okay. So,
but no. What you're not gonna do, I'd like you to issue a formal apology because you're not gonna disrespect my dog when he is here every day on time doing his job as our mascot. Meanwhile, half the time you don't even show up.
Okay, you're right. Kingsley, I apologize for the accusations I have placed upon you. I hope that they are just accusation and not actuality.
See,
and we'll find out next week.
You can't do all that because what you're like, oh, I apologize if it really is in fact.
And if it's not,
don't disrespect my child
Eureka.
Like that. Spell Eureka.
So
that was dirty. Why did I do that to you? That was so mean. E.
No, I know it has an E. That's what I'm struggling with. I'm like, it definitely has an E, and the E is not silent. I'm just pronouncing it like there's no E.
Actually, does it start with an E? I'm thinking of like Eureka the drag queen, and like I know how her name is spelled, but like I don't know if that's actually how it's spelled.
I feel like it is.
Now I gotta Google it because
I'm okay with that.
Here I am being so disrespectful to you about spell it when I can't spell it.
Yeah. You know what I used to hate?
Pipe down over there.
In grade school, when somebody asks you like, can you spell Eureka? And,
no, it is, yeah.
And they're like, and you're like, yeah. And they're like, spell it. And you spell it. They're like, no, I-T.
Yeah.
Slap you.
But
down.
yeah, it is E-U-R. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so what was I saying? We are going to do a bit of a throwback. Well, it's not a bit of a throwback. And yes, I did see it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Well, that one was a big motion. So even from my peripherals,
okay, good.
But you looked at me like,
yeah, got that one.
We are going to bring back Guilty or Not Guilty.
Now, guys, hear me out, right? Now you'll learn whenever I say hear me out, nonsense is coming next. So I'm preparing you.
Now they know they
Hear
know.
me out.
This isn't news.
I would like to call this section gong, right? And
my God, you won't let it go.
We'd have a little gong here and we'd be like, guess what time it is? Gong. And you guys would be like, what? Des, that's so random. Gong. G-O-N-G. See, I spelled that one correct. G-O-N-G.
I hope it's a 4-letter word, Des.
Guilty or not guilty. So I'm trying to convince Joe, and I need your help to help me convince Joe to just, gong. Not to gong, but you get it.
I think there's no point in having the guilty or not guilty intro and then also having the gong. It's redundant. And I also told him, I'm like, you can't bang a gong into a microphone for people who are like listening with their headphones on.
Gong.
I'm like, people will not like that.
You don't think they will. I think they will. They'll appreciate it.
They're going to side with you just to get under my skin.
We're talking and then all you hear is gong. And they know what time it is. They're like, oh, it's that time. And now the guilty or not guilty intro comes in.
Well, so explain what guilty or not guilty is for people who are new or like just don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
Not the instant judgment. Damn.
Guilty or not guilty. We go through stories, people's lives, whatever the case is, and a scenario. And we pick one or two characters from that scenario.
We become the
judges
and the jury.
Yeah. And
the
sometimes,
executioner.
I was going to say sometimes the executioner, because sometimes we get at them. And we choose whether that person is guilty of something or not guilty of something. Yeah.
Basically, it's just us judging people.
Yeah. Like, what else would we do?
Yeah. Okay, so I have a few. And you have a...
Wait. We need the special stuff.
Get the stuff. Get it. Come on.
I got it. I got the stuff.
Okay, so since you have the gavel first.
Okay.
Not it being dusty. Has it been that long? Yeah, it is. It's
been a while.
I don't even know the last time we did it. Probably like last summer or something.
No.
You think we probably did one in the fall?
Yeah. Yeah, we did it in the fall.
It's been still.
Yeah.
You half-ass dusting it off. Like,
my hand was big, so I always think like I cover everything.
No, it looks like you went like this with your hand open. I cleaned it. Okay, so I have a few.
Yeah.
I gotta get my phone. I'm gonna read out this scenario, and Des is going to
judge.
His favorite thing to do. Which one shall we start with? Okay. This man divorced his wife for withholding sex.
For how long?
They only had sex twice in 2 years. No, not yet.
Oh, that's trifling, bitch.
I have to present
Sorry.
the
argument.
evidence.
Yes. I apologize. Sorry.
You're like, it doesn't matter what you say.
It does.
You're like, he's guilty.
Yeah.
You're done. You're going to jail.
Can't believe this bitch.
He says, I will never again negotiate sex in a marriage. That's why I got divorced. Men are miserable because you are withholding sex from him until he's done what he's told. It's a private hell. If that's done to me, you're out, sweetheart. First of all, you real sassy. Too many women are out here who give sex without conditions. Will you take care of the kids, the house, the dishes? I do that shit already and I don't get laid for doing it. Your sex being held at the end of a fishing pole for compliance is only going to make you suffer. And then, this is like on Twitter. So someone, chimed in and someone's like, oh, like your wife may have used it against you abusively, but I can assure you that most women are not withholding it for that reason. There's many, many reasons why they would want it less. And he said, then talk to him. If it's his attractiveness, get to the gym. If there's an issue with your body, mood, stress, etc., talk and work together instead of quietly suffering. There are ways to get better for both sides. And I also understand about postpartum things as well. Talk, work on a plan, and work together. You don't want to feel bad, nor does your husband want you to. The attitude of sex as currency in my marriage came 4 years after kids. There are many, many marriages where this is happening. Several my friends are in.
Sorry, question. he's the one withholding sex from her.
No.
She is.
Yes.
Okay.
He said, well, his now ex-wife.
Yeah.
Because he was saying like it's not a postpartum thing. It was 4 years after sex, or after kids. It was very like she would use it as like a transactional thing, and then just withhold in general. And he was like, sex shouldn't be like, oh, like if you mow the lawn and do this and do that, like then maybe you might get some. And he was like, sex is an important part to me. So like in my next relationship, my next marriage, whatever, like it's a non-negotiable. And he's like, yeah, I divorced her because she was withholding sex.
And this is about him, not her, right?
Is he guilty or not guilty?
He's not guilty. He is, that is my verdict. You, sir, you're a good man. The first one was an accident. I swear it slipped.
Well, we can't say you're a good man because like we don't actually know him as a person.
Oh, right. Oh, well, when I said
but
you're
he's
a good
still
man,
not guilty.
I meant in the terms of like, you know what you want and you'll stand on it. Whereas other people, they'd be like, oh yeah, you're withholding sex. Okay, I'll stay here and I'll just cheat. I'll go get it somewhere else.
Here's the thing. I agree. I think men will do it as well, but men tend to have like a different type of sex drive.
Yeah, I'm petty as fuck.
Have you ever done that? Yes. You've withheld sex?
100%.
Just to be petty?
Because when I wanted it, it was, oh, I'm not in the mood. Oh, I'm tired. It felt like always an excuse. Mm-hmm. And when we talked about it and I was like, hey, when was the last time we had sex? It was, and you know when they have to think, you're like, exactly. The fact that you have to be like, means it was a long time. And it was over a month. And I've been counting. I have been counting and I've been trying.
It's been 32 days, 17 hours.
Start twitching. Yeah. So then after we spoke about it, it was, oh, I didn't notice. So you don't notice that you're not affectionate with me like that anymore. I can understand when you're both busy, but we weren't both busy like that. So then when she started to put forth the effort, it felt disingenuine. So now I feel like you're just doing it, not because you want to, but because I mentioned something. I'm like, yo, I'm tired. No, I don't. I'm not in the mood.
I used to be, you guys all know this.
A nun?
Okay. All right. But like for me, sex wasn't a high priority. But like when I think of, my next relationship, I definitely want sex to be a bigger part. Mm-hmm. Like, I think part of my like new awakening that I've been on is like actually embracing my sexuality, like embracing myself as an individual. And like sex is great when you have like a partner who like cares about your needs, or like you care about their needs, you want to make them feel good. And like that's not to say every day you're going to want to have sex, but I vow to definitely not, certainly not intentionally, but like I want to make an effort to not be that way, because I don't think that's fair. Because especially in a heterosexual relationship, if it was the other way around, it's like, I'm not mowing the lawn until you open your legs. It would be considered abusive.
Yep.
And
manipulative.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, like emotionally abusive and very manipulative, and he would be seen as like such a horrible person. So doing it the other way around, it's like you can't dangle a carrot in front of someone if it's something that they know what they, that the person wants. Like, yeah, I'm craving sex, I want intimacy. Okay, you want this? Do this and this and this for me.
Yeah.
And like he said, if it's things that he does all the time anyways, like take care of the kids, wash the dishes, I'm gonna do that regardless.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be. Yeah. So I agree with you. I don't think it's not fair.
The unfortunate part about what you were just saying is that when someone is not doing certain things, it's hard for you to just look past it. Like, you can't be in the mood for sex if I'm not okay with us regularly. Mm-hmm. And that's the part that the other person also has to see.
But the thing is, he also said if something's going on,
talk about it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You can't really argue with his logic. He's not like, I need it
that's right,
4 times a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I definitely think, so I'm thinking like, okay, like 2 women in a relationship. I don't know. Women also communicate differently. Like 2 women in a relationship will communicate differently than a man and a woman in a relationship. Mm-hmm. And I think that's just because men overall tend to have a slightly different communication style. Mm-hmm. Versus 2 men, I
feel like they get to the point very easy.
Right, is what I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, something about the man-woman dynamic, it tends to get a little like, hold this over your head type of thing.
Yeah.
I think more so than like a gay relationship.
Yeah.
whether it's 2 women, 2 men, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's interesting. But okay, so first verdict is guilty. Right?
Not guilty, Joe.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. She's guilty.
I even
Lock her
looked at you
up
like,
and
what do you
never
mean?
let her see the light of day again.
Put a chastity belt on that woman.
She doesn't need one.
Exactly. You know what also I think, sorry to like dwell on this, I feel like, and this is not speaking to him, he sounds like he's open to suggestion, but I think for some women, and I used to be that way as well, it's like when you don't know what you're missing, you don't really crave it. And if you've never had a partner that's been like, I want to do anything I can to make sure you come or to make sure you
get your you enjoy what I'm enjoying.
Sometimes you're like, sex is fine, but like
if
it happens, it happens. Like I'm not craving it because like you like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're not missing anything, so you're not feeling that incentive.
If you don't get that hot toi.
Hot toi? Do we become French?
Oui.
Yeah, so I think also, but that's, again, you want to talk. And like, he sounds like the type who would be like, let me know your needs, or if you want to try something or experiment.
I'm pretty sure he tried until he just said, forget it.
Yeah. Okay, so next one.
No, I'm next.
Oh, we're going one to one? Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here you go, Your Honor.
Don't get your panties in a twist there, buddy.
Oh, I'm not even wearing any. Okay. So, you might have heard this one already, but anyways. So, there's a man who lived with his mother.
Okay.
And she had a box. And she told him the box was in the freezer. Don't go in this box. As a kid, okay, mom said, don't touch it, don't touch it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. She's guilty as hell. Sorry.
So, years later, he's a grown man, moves back in with mom. The box is still in the freezer after all these years. From he was born, this box was in the freezer. He's never touched the box. Mom passes away. Now he decides to dibble-dabble in the box. He goes in the box, and he didn't open it fully, but he kind of cracked it open and felt what might have been inside. And he's like, ooh, that feels like hair on your head. And okay. And he's like, ooh, I think I felt like a toe or something. So he calls Joe.
I'm waiting.
He calls police and all that. They do some what is this thing called? DNA testing and all that stuff. And it was a human child dressed in clothes that seemed like it was from I think it was 80s, 70s. And they were like, yeah, this child obviously was put in the freezer, in the box,
of course,
dressed up.
Child didn't put itself there.
Alive. Because they don't see any.
Oh, alive.
Yeah. There was no stab wounds. There was no nothing. Nothing to say that this. Yeah. So now, hear me out. Hear me out, Your Honor. I'm not saying is she guilty or not guilty of telling him, because she's dead. We don't know whose child that is. Now.
I thought the article said that, like, we're pretty sure it was like his sister.
But we're not sure. We're pretty sure.
Right,
but
okay.
We're not sure. If you and I, imagine, okay, you and your best friend, your girl best friend, she has a child that she should not have. And she's like, Joe, please take this to your grave with you. Please.
Taking it to the grave is one thing. Taking it to the freezer is a whole other thing.
And they put this box in the freezer.
Whose freezer?
I put it in your freezer.
No, you wouldn't do that.
Joe, I'm just saying.
No, like, I'm just saying there's no scenario. I can keep your secret.
But what if
you're not putting your little dead baby in my freezer? No freezer babies allowed. Okay, it's not okay.
I would.
No, you would what?
I would leave that in my freezer.
No, because when the popo come a knocking,
they're not going to, because nobody's ever opening that box. I don't want to discard of it because I don't know what to do, where to put it. What if then they come? So I'm going to leave it closest to me in my freezer. And
listen, the way my friends are, they're real nosy. They come over, what's this?
Yeah. One day when you're sleeping, they just crack open the box.
You're the type of friend.
And what I don't like is that this guy didn't open the box as a child. I don't like that. What kind of child are you?
An obedient one.
Which is crazy.
Just because you were a little bad kid that would have went in that box the second your parent turned around doesn't mean that he had to be.
I do feel like he had to be.
So what is
Is he guilty or not guilty of waiting till his mom died to disobey her?
Not guilty. He's not guilty. He's just following, like, you know, I don't know what their ethnicity is. I'm sure they were
White.
Yeah. I think that he was just following, you know, mama says no, it's a no.
But now mama's gone. I'm gonna look.
Well, yeah, because he has to clear her shit. Like, I'm not keeping your old, like, I think he said he thought it was like a, you know, people keep like the top of their wedding cake.
Yeah,
you know.
he did say that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, you're not really thinking, you know. And maybe he doesn't have a sweet tooth because a kid
box and
thinking it's cake.
And I see or felt what he did, that's going in the garbage. I'm not calling no 911. I'm throwing that in the garbage.
No, but then his prints are on it, on the box. So he doesn't want that because, like you said, then it gets traced back to you, and then
you're right.
Like, you know what I mean?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
No, that's the thing. Call the cop. My mom would be like, I'm dead. Call the cops on me. Like, just make sure you don't get in trouble. Like, as a mother, she would want that. Like, they can't catch me. I'm God's problem now. Like, you know, or the devil, whoever.
That's true.
Not saying my mom would go to hell. I'm just saying this mother probably went down. Elevator went down, you know?
I really don't believe it was her baby, though. I really don't. I don't know. A part of me is just like.
But he's not guilty. She's guilty as hell. As hell. Where she is. That's the final verdict.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. This one, do you remember, like, a year ago, it was in the news where this cop had like a gangbang with other cops?
Yes.
Well, she's now an ex-cop from Tennessee. Her name is Megan. She was fired over the sex scandal with at least 6 other officers,
including the chief.
She was one of them a chief?
Yeah.
She sued the city and she won $500K. Here's the thing. Do you think the police force or whatever, the city who she sued, was guilty? Like, you think they were wrong for firing her? Like, do you think, like, what they want to do in their own personal lives? I think some of them had, like, called off of a shift, which is morally wrong. But, like,
so
it's not like they were, like, actively, like, on a stakeout.
From my understanding, it was because Mr. Chief wasn't getting his fair share of buns. So
you think it was a jealousy thing?
It was. There was text. That's why she sued and she won. Because she had text messages of him trying to be like, oh, why don't you want me? I'll do this. I'll do that. Because you hear she's doing things with other people. And you're looking jealous, sir.
Well, so
he got fired too, though.
Some other details, I believe so, yeah. She actually claims that she was sexually groomed by some of these male colleagues on the force. And she feels like that's why she, like, even engaged in that.
This is the married woman.
Yes, she was married at the time.
Just checking where she was. Just checking.
Yeah, the city denies any admission of liability and no taxpayer funds were spent to settle the lawsuit, which is good. But are they guilty for firing her? Or are they not guilty?
If they are firing her because of what she did on her off time,
she was not scheduled to work that day. I think some of the, like, at least 2 of them I think were supposed to, but she was definitely not.
Okay. Then they're guilty. They're guilty. They should never have fired her.
So she justly earned that money.
Yes. You heard it here, folks.
Interesting.
Bailiff,
500,
take the cuffs off.
$500K.
It wouldn't be enough for me.
For 6 dicks?
It wouldn't be enough for me.
Get paid a lot more than some porn stars.
I know, but $500K wouldn't be enough for me.
I think that is a lot.
After my emotional damage, I lost my family, I lost this, I lost that. What I want to do in my spare time is what I do in my spare time. That's between me and my God, okay?
Well, I'm thinking more so, like, the cost. Like, you know, the average porn star, like, you can make a few thousand, but, like, she's got paid more for that.
No, for sure.
Period of time.
The money's
but
good,
also,
but I don't want more.
A gangbang is
And this is not the first one. This can't be the first one. I don't give a fuck.
But I feel like that's intense. Not that I would know from experience, but I just feel like that's a lot.
But that's what some people like. They like the feeling of just, like, hands all over them all the time. And
I'm just thinking, like, as far as the penetration, it's just, you get one, you're like, okay, good for another. And then the next one, you're like, all right. By the third one, you're like, man,
There's some out there that
I'm
like
tired.
this is what they want. This is their fantasy. This is what I live for. Like,
I guess, yeah.
and my husband
and the
won't let
thrill
me
of
do
it keeps you going.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And scooch over to me.
Hi.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
You've come far enough. Thank you.
Okay. Speaking of officer, so an officer in San Diego, he picked up this half drunk girl for disturbing the peace or whatever, and she's in the back. She's cuffed. He has his body cam on. He's driving her back to the station, and she's pleading with him, please come on, don't do this, blah 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 blah. So now she's like, I'll suck your dick. And he's like, no, blah, blah, blah. She's like, okay, like, just come, we can have a good time. I'll show you a good time, whatever. He pulls off into a dark alley and he goes into the back seat. Now he has the radio in because he locked himself in the back of the cruiser.
With her?
With her.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's
First of all,
right.
he shouldn't be back there anyways, but like at least you could try to explain it if you were alone.
So now, who comes to unlock the car? Chief. Chief makes the personal drive. What happened? Oh, I went back there to go settle her down, and somehow the door closed. That's suspicious. Your body cam is turned off as well. Okay. So now they swab the car, they swab her, they swab him. Traces of semen
Everywhere.
every fucking where. Is he guilty or not guilty of being fucking stupid?
Guilty. I mean, come on. You should
Are
know
you a
this.
rookie?
It's literally like they know that it locks because you can't have passengers or
Thank you.
just jumping out. Yeah.
Talk about thinking with your dick.
He's probably one of those cops in that gang.
Facts.
No, definitely. Did you hear about the I think this was like some girl on TikTok. This one was like pretty big a few weeks ago, so you probably heard it. You guys probably heard it too. She was trying to do like stupid shit. Told a lady that she'd give her $20, a homeless woman. I'll give you $20 if you jump into this lake. The lady was like, I can't swim. But she's homeless. She wanted the money, so she did it. She jumps in. Now she's flailing around. Can't swim. Help. The girl runs away. Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear about this? Yeah. She hightails it out of there, and like there's like one or two guys with her, and like they're holding the camera, and he's like, I think you just killed that woman. She's like, no, are you sure? Yeah, she left. She fled. And they still posted the video, so I'm pretty sure they brought her in for questioning, whatever. And then you just hear fire trucks like just going in the other direction. Like the woman is okay. She did live. Like someone went to her aid, but it was like she was like, I'll give you $20. And I don't even know if she actually paid her.
I was about to say, did she get the $20?
Unless she paid her before, because she certainly didn't pay her after.
If I'm her, I'm suing. Homeless lady, I'm suing for more than $20. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. So is this influencer guilty or not guilty?
Of
Being a damn bitch. Like that. No, let me make it more formal.
Oh.
Is she guilty or not guilty of, I think that's like attempted murder.
It is. Guilty. Take away all her cameras, all her computers, all her phones, all of that. You can never influence nobody, not even your brain. Take away her brain. Take it away. Ooh, this is nice because we're going back and forth with the same
You like
stories.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
Oh, sorry. She was live streaming it. That's what it was.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh, we got you red-handed, ma'am.
Yeah. I thought it was a video that was posted
It was a
after
live
the fact,
stream.
but it was a live stream, yeah.
Okay, so there's an African lady who does interviews. She's an influencer in a sense. So she interviews this lady, and in certain cultures, masturbating is prohibited and frowned upon. So there's this African lady, and she's talking about how she, as a child, remembers always masturbating and playing with herself. And then she proceeds to saying, that's why I got a dog. Matter of fact, I have 3 dogs. So she came out and said, yeah, I have sex with my dogs because it's just so much easier than masturbating all the time or finding a partner and stuff like that. Wait!
I'm waiting, but I'm ready.
This lady who had sex with a dog, after everybody talking about her on the internet and ew, you're this, you're that, she committed suicide. So now the lady who interviewed her is on camera and she's bawling her eyes out. Oh my God, this is all my fault. I shouldn't have gotten into that topic. I shouldn't have this. I shouldn't have that. Whatever the case is. Do you feel like she is guilty of the outcome of this lady?
Verdict? Not guilty.
Ooh, sorry, that was the court.
Order. No, she's not guilty. You are not responsible for other people's lives.
Correct.
If she came out, this is her truth, her life. She did the actions. Nobody's forcing little dog's thing into your thing. I understand why she would feel guilt, but she is not guilty.
Okay.
You know, like you can't make someone...
Only because of the wording you used just now slightly shifted my mind, but I'm still going to pose my argument. If you and I are having an interview and you say some stuff that I know if it gets out there, it's going to be like, oh, now I can post it and have so many views and everyone's going to love the juice of it.
No, but let me give you a scenario. You and I, we're here, we have this podcast. We
are one.
We share things, I'm ignoring that. We share things, you know, with the news. We share our personal stories. Sometimes it's like, sometimes we have like very real, raw moments. And we know what we're doing.
Yes.
We know that this is going out.
Yes.
And like, yes, not everything, like, surprise, not everything we say should be taken with, you know, like, take things with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Right? Like, when we're, like, even these guilty or not guilty, this is our stupid opinion. Like, it's not, we're really not like the judge. What? Judge? I've been seeing it.
Jury executioner.
Right. What did I say before?
That's exactly what he said.
No. Anyways. Sorry, that was a brain fart. But you know what I mean? It's like, we know what we're doing. So if, say, we're talking and we'll say it's me. Say I say something. We put it out there and it gets a lot of backlash. Are you to be blamed? No, not at all.
Ask the Carabana people. Sorry.
Okay. No. Oh, perfect. It's like, that time of year is coming up again. It's like, say you know, I don't know, like with the Carabana thing, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, maybe we won't bring it up.
No,
a little triggered.
It will trigger me all over again.
But it's like, what you say, I should not be
accountable for.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, whether you're saying something serious, joking, you're being serious, but you're throwing jokes in there, so it's a little bit of both. It doesn't matter. Your opinion is your opinion. Mine is mine. And like, the podcast opinion should not be taken seriously at all.
Okay, so the reason why is, like, for me, that's different is because we do this on a regular basis, as opposed to me being someone who's never on camera or anything.
It doesn't matter.
We're just talking.
If you...
There's certain things that we know that they cut out. They're like, yeah, let's not put that in there. But you know, as the lady editing, that you're like, oh, yeah, this is good.
We live in a world where, like, the crazier the story, the more clicks. But, like, she's still not responsible. That's the thing. I understand her feeling guilty. And, like, morally, yeah, you could say maybe it's a moral issue. But she should not be held accountable for that woman's actions. And subsequently, her actions to take her own life.
I agree.
Girl, you fucking the dogs.
No, she can't hear you.
You fucking the dogs.
Yeah, you literally screwed the pooch.
Yeah, it's like no one made you do that, and no one certainly. I don't care what interview you couldn't
get that out of who? Out of who, ma'am? I don't know what you talking about.
What dogs? I don't even have dogs. You hear them in the background. No, not me.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, that's crazy. I just remembered, like, I watched a porno with a girl fucking a dog on LimeWire when I was like,
why are you watching that stuff?
11, 12. Because you know when you're frozen because you're at awe. Like, this is the first time I'm knowing about bestiality. Like, as a kid, you don't think people have sex with animals, but the older you get, you hear crazy stuff. So I'm on LimeWire and I downloaded something. It wasn't porn, but it turned out to be porn. So it was just a girl on webcam and she's just in her room going about her day, and then she starts masturbating. I'm like, I'm gonna pull my dick out. So she's masturbating, and then I hear her go, "Come on, come on," and I was like, huh? And then she just gets into the doggy position, and the dog just like, and I remember I was just frozen because I couldn't believe what I'm watching.
Yeah.
I'm like, this has to be a joke.
That's like, I used to hear that like, it was like a thing for guys to put like peanut butter on their dick and then have the dog lick it off. You've never heard that before?
What kind of...
I want to say I heard this for the first time probably like in high school, maybe like late elementary. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I'm not saying it was like a thing, like all the guys were doing it, but it was like, for sure.
Crazy.
But to me, that feeling of like a tongue like hitting your dick is not the same as like your dick being sucked. Like the dog can't suck it.
No, but sometimes when a girl is just like, the tongue, you're like, ooh, baby.
But like, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but people do weird things with dogs, and the poor dog's just like, I'm just happy to have some
lot
peanut
of
butter.
Animals, even at work, I was Googling like crazy stuff years ago, and that's when I found out like in certain countries and cultures, a man to lose his virginity in a sense, and to know what you do with a woman in a bedroom, they have sex with like goats. And like at first I thought it was a joke, like a one-off thing, but when I Googled it, like no, like they really be fucking animals, and then that's for them, that's practice, so that when you find a girl, you didn't technically... Yeah.
Can you imagine?
If this bitch ever let dog fuck her and come make me dirty dog fuck her...
No, can you imagine being like,
couldn't.
wow, like, you know, we had sex for the first time.
And it was
say it's me and you, and I'm like, man, like, that was great. Like, can't wait to do it. And you're like, thanks, I had a lot of practice. The way I would rip my vagina out.
I would never have anybody touch me again. That's just, like, those are things that you just know. Just know.
Yeah.
Just know.
Yeah. So this woman is not guilty.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like the video, the apology video. It didn't feel genuine, to be honest. It felt very, like, attention-seeking.
Okay, so this one, there's two female teachers. Mm-hmm. They have been forced to resign after allegedly trying to set up a foursome with one of their students. So it was a high school in Wisconsin, and they admitted to Snapchatting the student and sending flirtatious messages and inappropriate photos. It says that during a school trip from April 7th to 9th, the women said they wanted to, quote, have fun with him, and asked if he could get another student to join. And then apparently one of the teachers sent photos of herself, and they actually made plans to meet up. And then the situation became public after a couple days because, you know, students...
These niggas chat too much!
Yeah. So, and apparently one of the teachers... so there's teachers Alexia Saldaris and then Jennifer Larson. So Miss Saldaris and Miss Larson. Apparently, Miss Larson snitched on Miss Saldaris for letting the student drive the district van around the parking lot, and then like they also kissed. So it's like, not only are we doing this, or like you're
getting too deep.
Now you're snitching, but like on yourself.
You're getting too deep. I didn't think it would go that far, but you're getting too deep. Why are you gonna kiss the guy in the van, and why are you gonna have him drive around the van? Come on.
So obviously we know why they were forced to resign, but is Miss Larson guilty? Because like she kind of, in my opinion, she snitched on herself. She was involved in this Snapchatting and whatever, and then now all of a sudden you're gonna like throw me under the bus. Do you feel like she's wrong in this scenario? Extra wrong, because we know she's wrong, but like is there extra layer of wrong or not?
I'm gonna say not guilty.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So I say not guilty because she's separating the two. What we do in our sexual pleasure and what we do as teachers. As a teacher...
Now's the time you choose to get some morals?
100%. At work, if you're at work and if you're fucking somebody at work, whether you're the boss or not, if you let that interfere with the job, that's when it becomes a problem.
So you'll fuck a student, but he can't drive around in a parking lot?
In the school van? No.
He's probably getting, good teaching
in
tips.
the school van?
Driving tips.
No. In the school van? No. I saw it. I have to report it. Because if somebody else saw it and they report it, it's going to be worse for you. You're lucky it was me and I downplayed the situation. Now,
if you say so.
I didn't think it would escalate to this level. So my bad. But as a teacher, come the fuck on. You're getting too involved with this kid. We're just fucking him. That's it. We just fucking. fuck.
Okay, so you said not guilty. All right. Well, not just him. They were telling him to bring a friend.
Yeah. No, we just wanted to fuck. We're just having a good time. Now you're driving him around. Other kids are gonna see, or he's driving you around. Other kids are gonna see. Come on, it's not driver's ed.
Do you have any more?
I'll give you one more.
Sure.
Okay. So, a teacher, matching you, a volunteer teacher and a Christian leader in the church. She's not a priest, pastor, nothing like that.
Right.
She's just somebody up there in the church.
Okay.
Very influenced in the church. The pastor has been kind of noticing she was kind of a little flirty with one of the boys in the church. Mm-hmm. So he had asked his wife to kind of keep an eye on her and guide her down the right path if it feels slippery slope. Mm-hmm. So it turns out that she has been flirting with this boy and she has been giving the boy oral. So when it came about, she felt like she did nothing wrong because I was giving him oral pleasure. However, and he's an underage boy. I believe he's 15. And she was in her late 20s.
Okay.
And
so almost double his age.
Yeah. And the reason we didn't have sex is I didn't want to take his innocence. Now, Joe, don't make that face.
Sorry.
Is she wrong? And not the age factor. The age is obviously wrong. Mm-hmm. In what she said.
Like the reasoning?
Yes. For example, if you're a virgin and you're like, hey, I don't want to have sex till marriage, blah, blah, blah. I don't want penetration till marriage. Mm-hmm. Oral is not wrong in that sense. It's wrong
you're
because
penetrating your mouth.
Yeah, and that's true. You stick your tongue in there.
But most people don't look at, although like oral sex is a form of sex, but most people don't look at it.
And she was pleasuring him. It's not like he was doing it back to her. It's the age that makes it crazy, correct? The situation itself isn't crazy if it was
So you're asking me to take the age out of it.
Take the age out of it.
But is she guilty or not guilty for her reasoning?
Yes.
Like her thought process?
Yes.
Interesting. That's not what I thought you were going to ask. Why? Just because I threw you for a loop? You don't need to throw me for a loop.
Always now.
No, because technically, and like even when it comes to like virginity, people don't see like anal as like losing your virginity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So for that, I feel icky even saying this, but I'm gonna have to say not guilty.
Thank you.
But only
for that.
Yes.
Everything else you're completely wrong.
Let me be clear.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I have one more as well since we're actually.
No, you can't have one more. You started.
Too bad.
Because then it's going to make me have one more.
You're going to love this one,
okay.
though. I'm going to play audio.
Okay.
For you and for everyone listening. And then I will thing. It's not really something, you don't have to see it. It's from a podcast.
Okay.
Came across my, For You page. So let's all listen together and we'll go from there.
I had a woman that every time I nutted, she wanted me to nut in her eyeball. Now, you ask me if I'm a liar. Look at me right now.
I don't think you're lying.
Every time I nutted, she wanted me to nut in her eyeball.
And you did it.
Every time.
You're just as terrible.
Why? I'm pleasing this is her kink.
In the eye is crazy.
In the eye is nuts, but that's what she likes. Am I not supposed to do what y'all like?
No. That turns you on too. Don't leave her out here. It's two villains in the story.
I liked how crazy it was.
And that's my problem. You
what?
Fucking nut. You just be doing crazy shit.
Is the nutter guilty or not guilty? I just think that's wild. I think that's wild. And his thing is, well, she asked for it. But I just think in someone's eye, like, I don't know. I want to go to the optometrist just thinking about it.
Not guilty.
I knew you'd say that. I knew it.
Now.
Yeah, give your real reasoning.
From a sexual basis, it's everyone has their speculation and their border of what is crazy. Once upon a time, BDSM was considered like crazy dungeon sex. But now it's becoming more open and, a lot of people are more into it and stuff like that. At some point, everything is crazy. if you like something, there's some people that are like, oh my God, you know, nut in a cup and I'll drink it. Like I love swallowing sperm like that. And you're like, that's fucking disgusting. But to them, it's the same way going down.
But Des, you heard him. He said in her eyeball.
In her eyeball.
She's like holding
And
her eye open.
she's not blind.
We don't know if she even had good vision to begin with.
And
so.
that's her problem, not mine. That's her problem, not mine. If we are gonna have sex and you're like, yo, I like rough sex, I want you to treat like I can't.
Yeah,
do
but
it 'cause I have a heart.
if someone likes to be choked and like that's what they like, but you choke them too hard and something happens, you're still guilty though.
No, 100% you're guilty if something happens. However, if you ask me to choke you until like your eyes are rolling back while we're having sex, I'ma choke you till your eyes are rolling back. I have a friend who years ago slept with this girl, and she wanted him to do some things. I had to freeze because certain people listen. She wanted him to do something, and he wasn't comfortable. So if you're like, oh, Des, you know, like, suck on my nipple. And I'm like, sure. And you're like, no, harder. And I'm like, yo, this is hard as fuck. And you're like,
bite it off.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And it wasn't that, but like that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yo, Des, never a fucking again. I'm never doing this. I'm like, yo, you should have let blood come to me. What are you talking about? If she said bite it off, my nigga.
Okay, this is a slight deviation from what we're talking about, but it's kind of on theme. I have to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Be for real.
Mm-hmm.
And don't give me a look. Because I know... No, you can look at me. Just don't give me that look.
Okay, I know, but I just have to...
Because you're like, I can't look at you because I will give you a look.
Yeah.
No, look. I want you to look at me. Des.
Yeah.
Just said your name. Okay.
And I can't lie.
You can't lie.
Okay.
Oh, this is not going where you think it's going.
Okay, great. Oh, thank God. Okay.
No, it's nothing about you and your personal life.
Ooh-wee.
So, we have been open about your journey with like your eyes and your vision and like how you used to have 20/20 vision and then your eyes kind of got a little bit worse and blah, 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 right? You know where this is going? If it was pretty, like you're not 100% sure, but it's like you have a good chance of improving your eyesight if you let this man nut in your eyeballs.
Threw me for a loop. Hello.
That's like, this is not going where you think it's going.
Yeah, no. Even when I thought it was going the way I thought it was going, it didn't go there.
Where did you think it was going to go?
I thought you're going to be like, you know, your vision is bad. Do you think because years ago, you know how you like to say it?
Oh, well, isn't that what they said though? They said sitting too close to the TV, masturbating too much, like you lose whatever proteins. I don't know. That's just what they say. No, but that's not what I was going to ask you. Would you let someone nut in your eyes? If it would have a good chance? You don't know for sure. You don't know until you actually do it, right?
Okay, then no. If, first of all, this is two crazy things to say. One, let somebody nut in your eyes and get semen in your eyes are two different things. Because you can go to the doctors, they can have a jar of semen, they syringe.
No, true.
But you talking about
yeah, but what
if
if it's like, yeah, you need it from the source? And what if like your friend, your cousin, you know which one was, if he was like, yeah, I got you. You're my bro, my buddy, my
my bitch.
Yeah, he probably would say that.
No. If it was 100% chance, I still don't know. But
80.
80 is not high enough. I need like a 93.5.
Okay, what if it was 100%? But we're recording it.
No.
Because content.
No. Do I look like Dog Lady? No.
Well, she didn't record it.
No. I see no evil.
You'll see nothing.
Exactly. Nope.
What if you could have like better than 20/20? Like what is it, 20/40 vision?
If I had to.
What if you could see the future? That's how good your eyes were.
If I had to kiss Jesus Christ in his mouth to go see my children again, never again will I see them.
Why?
There's certain things.
That's so homophobic of you.
No, it's not. It's just.
You wouldn't kiss Jesus on the mouth?
I wouldn't kiss no man on the mouth. I don't even kiss my son on the mouth, and he's 2. It's not the homophobicness behind it. It's, I don't see a reason I need to kiss you in your mouth. For what?
For love. You wouldn't kiss a man on the mouth?
Not if I don't see a reason I have to. For example, if somebody's
What if
drowning,
I ask nicely?
if somebody's drowning and I'm saving their life and I need to give them mouth to mouth, yes, I would give a man mouth to mouth for sure. I'm saving your life. But if it's just like, hey, let's try something crazy today.
Yeah. Do something strange for a little change.
No.
Okay, what if you were giving mouth to mouth and then the person comes to and like they kind of like, you know?
I would be pissed, but I feel like you kissed me. So now I'm suing you now that you're alive. That's harassment.
Now that you're not dead, see you in court.
Yeah.
See you in court, buddy.
Yeah. I learned that from
So you would
Incredibles.
You would not let someone jizz in your eye.
No, I
like if I was a man and I had dick and I'm like, Des, I got you, bro.
But if you're a girl,
you are family.
If a girl wanted to squirt in my eye, and it was a 75% chance, I would.
Oh,
probably,
now it went lower.
I would probably let her do it.
That's crazy. Squirt in your eye, and
Yeah.
that.
Like she's standing over me, like.
What if she can just do it on command? So there's no it's just like, oh, there we go.
No, now she's literally just pissing on.
True. You're right.
That's funny.
Oh my god. Okay, so wait, what was the story?
The jizz in the eye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you said not guilty.
Yeah, not guilty.
Interesting.
She likes what she likes. That's okay.
No, you said he's not guilty.
No, he's not, because she wanted it. If he was the one who was like, let me nut in your eye, I promise you'll love it, you're fucked up, sir. But if she was like, no, I've done this before, I like it, this is what I like.
I can't imagine.
I can. I'm about to ask Google.
All right, well, that brings us to the end of not only guilty or not guilty, but the end of our episode.
We're not going to do an LQ?
What's an LQ?
Listener question.
Nah, we'll do it
Okay.
next week. We can take a little break. We deserve a little break. After, what's his name? Elijah?
Byron.
No.
I know. I was just, yeah. I know.
You ruined it.
No,
You ruined
I'm
it.
sorry.
Have you ever met or seen, because I don't know any Byrons like in real life.
Yes.
But what?
A Byron.
No, I was going to say a non-black Byron. You haven't.
Never have I ever.
I was thinking certain names, right? When I was younger, I used to feel like certain names, like I thought Derek was kind of like a black name, but I've never met a black Derek.
I know one. That's it. Well, I don't know him.
Like white Derek's, Asian. I dated a white guy named Derek. You know, wasn't my best moment. Oh, I shouldn't say that,
No, that's not nice.
but it wasn't. Maybe I should take that out. I don't know. We'll see.
Views.
I feel like if you are still here at the end of this episode, like you deserve to hear that.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay.
But, no, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, life goes on.
No, like there's just certain names like Byron.
Did you know that you're not allowed to name your baby? King is the number one name. You can't name your baby in the United States.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who sent that to you? He sent it to me too.
Okay.
You little shit. Okay. I thought I was special.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah. No. I was like, yeah, somebody did send it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, first of all, that's a lie because there are people named King.
Are there?
Yeah. Tyga and Black China's son's King.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just like.
Maybe they had him in a different country.
No. But like one was like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I saw that.
That one I get because of the Christ part.
Yeah. You can
But like
name your son
Jesus is literally Jesus.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can't tell me.
You can't tell me nothing.
But yeah. Okay. This was a nice little episode. Des? Where can they find you gotta wait for me to ask. Des? Where can they find the podcast?
They can find the podcast at thissquareroom.com and it will bring you to any platform. You can also go to any platform.
Okay, so
what did I do?
you're not saying things. You said go to thissquareroom.com and it'll bring you to any platform. No, it'll bring you to the website.
No, like when you go to the website,
It won't bring you to any platform.
you can go to platforms.
Some are linked, but not any platform.
Yeah, but that's why I went to.
It's okay. No, go. I believe in you.
Never do anything right.
No. Go.
You you can find us on any platform.
You know what I felt like? You know, like when you don't want like your younger sibling to cry. It's like, no, it's okay.
No, it's
go.
okay.
You can
Go.
do it.
You can play.
You
Here,
got it.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
And you give them the controller
Don't
that's
tell
not
mom.
connected.
Don't tell mom. Yeah.
At This Square Room, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, the good stuff.
Nice.
Thank you.
You got it.
She did the high five thing again. Fuck.
See, y'all need to watch the episodes because you won't know what's going on.
That
but
one felt so genuine.
I know the second I got you to do it again, I knew. From the second I'm like, do it again.
Once you're like, oh, that was nice.
I'm like,
I was like, oh, yay, I did it.
Yeah. I was like, nah, it's setting you up.
Yeah, no, it was.
Build you
That
up
was a
just to
good
let
job.
you down.
That
Yeah,
was a good
thank
job.
you. But yeah, like you said, thisquareroom.com. You can find me at Jonel Wilson and him at DesiD18. And we will see you next Tuesday.
Still don't have a phone.